Hi guys, this is Lisa from Local King Robert Day and welcome to my channel. So today's video I'm going to share with you guys how to use Lisa stamp, elegant tail feather, to create a beautiful 3D card like this. So I have launched two digital image already. If you haven't got a chance, make sure you check it out. So this is one of them is the Pentagon 3D card. Every digital image is come with a 3D and the 2D, and they come with instruction, everything help you to assemble them together. The AI and the digital have been take a big part of a crafting work, and my purpose and my mission is helping all my customer and my viewers to use what they already have and combine with the digital world. I know a lot of you guys are totally against the digital, but you know what? Once when you learn, you will love it. For example, these Pentagon cards, I use the the lighthouse. But imagine you can put anything you like to create a card like that. It is not about making cards anymore. It's about how much fun you are having and what kind of things you can create. So that's the Pentagon card, and have you guys a chance to watch this Snowball? It's the same thing. This is a design for the snowball, but you can put a bird, you can put whatever, anything you like, and you can recreate. All those cards, you can mail that. They can be completely flat, and they also come with the 2D and the 3D. Okay, so far I have launched two already. This is my third pattern. If you haven't got a chance to check it out, make sure you go to Local King's online store and click the digital category, and then it will bring to all the patterns which is available online. I have another 7 pattern ready to come, and then the best part is it doesn't even cost you a cup of coffee, and there is a free shipping. It's the instant download once when you purchase, and then you can just download, and once when you download, it is yours. So I promise I will explain every detail to share with you guys how to use this digital image. At this moment, I am using the quick cut. So they are all going to be the SVG file. SVG file is a cutting file. So if you have a brother scan and cut the newer version, not the old one you scan, the newer one, the one working with the broader canvas workspace, you can download this SVG file. They will work just fine. But if you're thinking about to purchase a digital die cut machine, I will highly recommend to get the quick cut, because it's much easier to use, and then you can actually print too. But at this moment, when I launch these 10 digital 3D card pattern, we are not going to do the printing yet. The printing, once when you get used to, is awesome. You can do a lot of things. But the problem is sometimes, no matter what you do everything right, it doesn't work. It's nothing wrong with you. It's just sometimes this machine just don't want to read. It happened to me all the time. It is so frustrated. So that's just a focus on the die cut part. So as long as your digital die cut machine can read SVG file, you can do exactly the same thing I'm going to show you. And then for the content, you can use any stamp you already have, and then you can create the 3D and the 2D card. I really hope you guys can give it a try. And then, like I say in my video, I explain very detailed. Sometimes I think I even talk too much, because I want to make sure you guys are willing to make it happen. Otherwise, what's the point, right? So that's today's video. I think you are going to love it. And then in the end of the video, there's a 3-part of video. The first part is assembling together. The second part is I am going to explain again how to download it. And then the last video is look at this peacock, the beautiful color. I think this is the first time I try to use this blue turquoise color. I think it's really pretty. And can you imagine this is just a one stamp, and then this digital image is come with a 3D and 2D. The principle is all the same. If you already got a chance to download those two, the idea is all the same. Once when you learn how to download, how to upload, you're on the track, and then you can do exactly the same thing I am sharing with you guys. So I already finished the 10 patterns, and I'm working on some other things. The purpose is just that combine the old and new together. So Local King Rubber Stamps, the YouTube channel is all commercial free, and I really hoping you guys just take a minute, give me a thumb up, and leave me a comment. Let me know what do you think. Even you are against the digital, let me know what's your feeling. What do you think about what is stopping you? Maybe I can come out with something to helping you guys to give a try. Okay, so that's started. Okay, so that's put them together. As you can see, I have already prepared all my pieces. And then if you are new to the digital world, there's a lot of things to learn, and there's a lot of feature. Once when you get the hands on it, you are going to love it. So by the end of this video, I am actually going to share with you guys a little bit more. If you want to do a little bit different when you download this image. But if you are new, once when you purchase this image, just follow the instruction. There is like 3 or 4 pages. Just upload one of the page each time. But once when you get comfortable to using those digital program, you can just there's too many different options to do it. I promise it's going to be so much fun, and I also understand it can be complicated and can be frustrated. That's why I promise everyone I will try to explain as detailed as I can. I will make sure that you are able to do exactly the things I'm showing you guys. So that's the first part. The second part is in the end of this video, I'm going to share with you guys how I create this beautiful color. I already created video. This is the link. Please make sure you check it out. This is one of it was one of the workshop I taught at Stamping Away in the beginning of the August. So if you like to learn how to use the markers to color the rubber stamps, so I think that video will be very helpful. But if you like to learn how to create exactly the same color by use the Local Kings marker, those are the 24 colors marker set. So with these 24 colors marker set, you can create as pretty as just like this die cut. This image. Okay, so that's put them together, and also stay tuned. Today is August 19. I think in the September I'm going to launch a very awesome promotion. Make sure you subscribe to Local Kings YouTube channel or sign our newsletter, so that way you won't miss this awesome deal. Okay, so I already pre-cut a few pages, and I did the 2 different kind of colors, but it's totally up to you. If you want to use all the same color, you can do that, but I just want to try something different. So I'm going to have a 1 red, 1 green, and the 1 red and the 1 green again. And you can see this green, it doesn't have the tabs on the top, so this is my backing. And also I cut the 2 pieces. One is the pattern paper, one is just a creamy color. So, and I am going to use this pattern paper to add my background. Okay, so you will have to have a scroll body or scroll pawl. If you don't have it, you can use a stylus, okay, to do the drawing. So I have created this instruction. You just make sure to follow the instruction. I have already designed 10 pattern. This is actually number 3rd image I'm launching. And then all my die cut is pretty much these 10 digital pattern. They are pretty much similar. So the space between each layer will be always a 1/2 inches. And then there is always a 1/4 inches for the tape, Okay, so make sure that's good. Okay, and then we just have to make sure we are screwing, okay, all 3 pieces first. So the between is always 1/2 inches, and then the tape area is always 1/4 inches. Okay, so try to do as accurate as you can, so that way when you put them together, they are going to be fit perfectly. Okay, so I'm going to do again. 1/2 inches is my space between the 2 layering, and then 1/4 inch will be the place I put the tape. Okay, so let's do that. Okay, so okay, that's number 3 card. Okay, let's do this. Okay, so if you already watch my other videos, the idea is pretty much the same. So if you already know, you can just fast forward this part. So I'm going to just do that. Okay, they will be all the same. These are all the 10 patterns. They are all going to be the same. Okay, so I have already put my double side tape on top. Okay, and then the next, we're gonna do a little bit different. So if you have watched my first video, the Snowball and the Pentagon card, I promised that I would like to give my old rubber stamp a new life. So I create those 10 digital patterns, but even though those 10 digital patterns have a different way to play. So this is another one I come out with some ideas and I would love to share with you guys. Okay, so this is my backing. I use the pattern paper, and then so I'm going to just glue this part first. We're going to just make every piece is ready before we assembling together. So I kind of just use those clear glue. Okay, I'm going to just kind of apply the glue with my fingers, and then I'm going to clean my table. Okay, and then I'm going to just put my backing. So this backing is actually the one with a little bit offset. So when you open the file, there's a two patterns. So that's my backing. Okay, and then I'm going to have the red one. The red one, I am going to glue this piece. And then you can see my coloring, only the flower have a more color. The peacock basically just one color, because I want to kind of create some layering, so I didn't spend too much time to color my peacock. So same thing, I'm going to just put a little bit glue around the circle part. Okay. Okay, like this. And then I'm kind of just using my finger, kind of just apply. This kind of clear glue is awesome because they dry clear. And then if you actually put a little bit extra, it doesn't really matter. I don't really like those sticky micro glaze, micro dots, because I really don't like the feeling when they are on my finger. Okay, and then so my foundation card, and then my third layer like this, and then my green on top. Okay, so now I have that piece circle. You can use the whole circle, or you can just use the strip. So either way you like, because I want to actually trimming my peacock. Okay, only use the Pika part. So it's very easy. If you want to like cutting the whole things, that probably a little bit challenge. But if I want to just trimming the Pika, I think it's not so hard. And then these losing flowers, don't put in the garbage yet. We are going to use it. So I'm going to just trimming this part, and then this part, and then this part. Okay, do your best. Okay, and then thing this. Okay, so that's my P card. And then if you take a look, my die cut is awesome because there's a lot of detail. So I'm kind of just popping those feather out. And then we can actually, let's use the magic mushroom, give it a little bit shading. So my mushroom is dry, so just make sure they are moisture before I use it. And I'm going to just brush a little bit orange color. Okay. Okay, just around the border. If you want to, or you can use a blue, purple, any color you like. Okay, just a little bit. Okay, and then now, the idea is to create that 3D, right? So I don't think so I need the whole circle. So I'm going to just trimming a strip. Okay. Okay, so here is my strip. Okay, maybe hard to see. Oh, we can put actually from the back, so that way we can hiding or tape. So same thing, I'm going to just use you can use a glue, but I think because it's a kind of plastic, so the glue doesn't really holding the plastic. So I'm going to just put a little bit tape. Okay, so just a little bit tape is enough to hold this strip. Okay, so it's a circle. So that's my strip over there. And then before we put it all together, I'm going to just make sure I'm going to put this Pika at the right spot over there. So I'm going to just use a foam tape. Foam tape. Okay, find my foam tape. So I am going to just use a little bit smaller because we don't need a lot. Okay, so so hold this one. I'm going to put a foam tape under that piece of acetate. Okay, kind of holding, layering your layer, and then we're going to just put that Pika right on top. Okay, so see, I already created 2D, right? And then the last piece, okay, remember the circle, we trimming some, right? So we can use on the first page, and then we can holding that flowers if you want to. Okay, so this was like this. So if you want to add more, or you can change the position instead of on the side, we can just trimming a little bit. Okay. You can lose the circle if you want to. Just be creative, try to use it, and then instead of put on the side, I put on the top. So this one, I'm going to just still keep that circle shape. Okay, so this one, you don't have to use the acetate. We can just put in the back. Okay, so I'm going to just the same thing to do a little bit glue. Okay. So, okay, make sure the car is in the right direction. Okay, so that's very nice. Okay. Okay, so that's one on the bottom, and then the other one going to just loose more. This is circle part. See, now you can add something else, or you can even put on the top. Let's take a look. Right or left, you can even do the layering. You can even put on the second layer. So let's put on our second layer. Let's do, let's put here. Okay, you can even just put a foam tape, okay, on top of the pica to hold that one. So that's exactly what I'm going to do. So can you imagine? This is the same stamp. This is the, can't find the sample card. Okay, so I'm going to just watch this video, and then you will see how different. Okay, whoop. So, okay, so I have some extra tape here, and I put the foam here, right? It's kind of sticky. It doesn't really bother, okay? But if it bothers you, you just use some kind of powder. If you don't have embossing buddies, use some flowers or baby powder, and then so the sticky side will grab some powder, and then that way you don't have to worry about it. Okay, so the bottom of the pica, I can just put a little bit glue to secure it. Okay, there is enough room to put your glue. Okay, so I have my foundation with a pattern paper, glue from the back, and then you have a place to write down your message. My third one, my second layer, and my last layer. So that's the same stamp, okay? And then now we are ready to put them together. So, okay, so let's make sure. Okay, let's do the first 3 layer. Okay, they should be perfectly lined up. Okay, and then the last piece. Okay, try to do as accurate as you can. Okay, that's the third one. Okay, and then we're going to use our paper clip. It's very important. We needed 2 paper clip. I got this cute paper clip when I was in Japan. Okay, 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 and the last one. this one, the circle. Did that do? Okay, it should be perfectly lined up. Okay, we're going to put our paper clip, and we can slightly adjust too after you put the paper clip on top. So kind of just like a tap it, do your best. Okay, so now we are ready to folding or see, make sure it's perfectly lined up. Okay, just in case, I'm going to put one more on top. So this is the idea. Once when you learn that all 10 patterns are the same. Okay, so now, okay, even though when you after put together, try to keep them. Okay, so now I'm going to fold the first part. Okay, the tape side is always half inches. Okay, always double check they are all lined up. Okay, now I'm going to remove my tape. Okay. Okay, and then you are going to see here the scoring line. Okay, try to line up. Okay, once when you put the tape, you can push. Okay, this part too. So here, that score line. Okay, once when you make sure they are lined up. Okay. Okay, and here. Okay. If move, I think we can still. Okay, and then now we are going to do the second layer. Okay. Okay, remove the tape. Like I say, once when you learn how to put them together, you won't have a problem. So if you find out a little bit tight, we can move this paper clip a little bit lower, but still try to keep that paper clip there because we just want to make sure the card is in the same spot. Okay, so we're working on the second layer again. Okay, the folding, the scrolling line over there. Okay, so make sure. Okay, and then here, and then here. Okay, the third layer. Folding, folding. You know, this project is not about helping you save the money, don't buy the car. It's really about enjoy the processing of making it. Just like put the puzzles together. Do you like to put the puzzles? I don't really like a 2D puzzle, but I really enjoy to do the 3D puzzle. So now put this one. Okay, that's good. Then this one on the bottom. So imagine once when you figured out how to do these, how many different kind of possibility you can do. Okay, so the bottom part is down, and then now we can remove that paper clip. Okay, Okay, so we are going to do the first one. Folding it. The scrolling line is very, very important. So if in the beginning, you spending the time to make sure your scrolling line is accurate, and then when you put them together, it's just a piece cake. Oops, it's the tape. Okay, put tape. Okay, so here, okay, here. You know what? I can't believe actually I come out with all the idea and then make it happen, because I am actually horrible in the math. But when I'm working on these, I actually did a pretty good job. Okay, let's do these. Okay. Oh. These. If you have already watched the first two patterns, these probably just too easy for you because they are all the same. Oops, why this doesn't stick? All right. Okay, go this. Okay, almost there. The last there. Okay, I think this will make a pretty good Christmas gift or birthday gift too, because it really looks nice, like a gift that money cannot buy. You have to make it. Okay, this one's a little bit. So this one is a little bit too close. Okay, how's that look? Okay, so before we do anything, I'm going to flatten it. Just make sure all the tape, even you can use your screw tool, kind of screwing. So put the leaning in that side, and then leaning the other side. Just make sure. Okay. They actually can sitting on the table pretty well, but I also create a few of the tab here. So just in case you want to make it more secure, so there is a 4 little strip like this, so you can just tape on top. So I'm going to just use my glue runner. So I'm going to one. After you do it, you can still folding it, or you can just use your liquor glue. So I'm going to just do these. So the trick of making these cards is when after you die cut the pieces, when you do the scrolling, you have to try to do as accurate as you can. Okay, so I kind of put this support. Okay, see? It's sitting. Oops. That's just. Okay, I'm going to put the top too. The paper I use, the paper is a little bit thinner. I usually use Recollection, 110 pounds. You can find from Michael's. The price is very, very, very reasonable, and they also come with 4 different tone. See? They will sit very nicely, and see how pretty it is. And then you can put any sentiment on top, and then when you want to write down the message, you can flatten it and writing your message. Okay, so I think actually they are pretty sturdy. Okay, but if you still want more sturdy, they also have this tab. This tab is kind of insert. Remember, all my design, the space will be 1/2 inches. So we're going to draw a 1/2 inches. Okay, like this. And then I'm going to just insert between to give it some extra support. Okay, so we can do from the front. So kind of folding. You can tape it, or you can just use your finger to kind of fold it. Between each one. Okay, so that, oops. She's sitting very nicely sturdy. Okay, and that's what the front view looks like. That's the side view. Okay, so you can just kind of, I don't think so I need this piece. Okay, kind of just flatten few, do a little bit exercise. Okay, and then I think they are pretty sturdy. So front view, that's one stem. Can you believe it? Side, back, bird's eye view, the bottom. Okay, so that's what's the project look like. But if you still want the more sturdy, there's these little tab here. So what you're gonna do is, again, all the space is 1/2 inches. So after these, I guarantee this will standing there forever. Okay, so I'm going to folding this. This is my support. But when you put the support, make sure, okay, put the level this part. Okay, so okay, so don't be afraid to flatten them. Okay, so let's do this. See, now it's really sitting on the table like this. So when you want to mail it, you can still flat the whole things. Okay, so that's this little tab. And then see, now I don't have a problem. I think I won't use this one because this one you want to tape it. I really don't think it's necessary. If you need it, I think this will work better. And then, oops, did I do? Well, that's okay, you guys. I think that will. Yeah, you get the idea. Okay, so that's the third 3D card. I'm using the same stamp and I create a beautiful layering. Okay, if you like to have a 6 layer, you can do that too. See how sturdy it is? What do you think? If you like this project, I really hoping, please leave me a comment. Let me know if you have purchased Local Kings digital images already, and then if you have any issue how to put them together, please send me an email. Let me know, and then I will create a video to explain what's the problem and how to solve that problem. So what do you think? I actually found out one of the stamp set. This set is called the Fleeting Beauty. So I will actually use this set and then use one of my 3D card project with this set, with this Fleeting Beauty, to create something to share with you guys. So I think it's pretty unique, these 3D cards. And okay, so if you like to know a little bit more how to download, upload to your Quick-Cut machine, please continue to watch. If you like to learn how did I create this beautiful turquoise color for the Pika, please continue watch. In the end of the video, I will share with you guys step by step what color did I use to create this beautiful color. So these are circle stamps. I have 6 different designs. The sea turtle die-cut is already sold out. I think I have maybe 10 die-cut, but I misplaced. I don't know where's the place. So they still have a hummingbirds, butterflies, killer whale. Oh, the killer whale should be interesting. See the background, the pattern paper. You know what? Later on, I can even put a light. I created a video. I was using those kind of light. We can even create a light, make it like a digital box. What do you think? So this circle die cut, it fit perfectly for this pattern, but you got an idea. You don't have to use that circle one. You can use any kind of stamp image to create a 3D card just like that. And for this pattern, for those all 10 patterns that I designed, they all have a 3D and the 2D. So the 2D is just doesn't have that many layering. Okay, so just like that. See, now with this support, it actually works very well. But this one, I think how come? I kind of folding. Oh, let me fix this one because I really have a problem. They have to be balanced. Okay, so let's do these. You know, I don't know. This is probably just the forced habit. Like I'm a messy person, but when I come to the artwork, if the line, like some small things, I just can't stand it. Like those micro dots stick on my finger. I can't just tolerate it. Like this one, it was the opposite, and then I'm having problems, so I have to fix it. Okay, so that looks pretty good. What do you think? I'm going to just put a sentiment. And then if you do like this video, give me a thumb up, not a finger, and then leave me a comment, let me know. It is free, but it really, encourage me to create more video and then share with you guys, and especially all my channel, all my video have no commercial. Okie dokie, that's everything for today. Thank you so much for watching. See you next time. Bye, guys. Okay, so I'm going to share with you guys how to create this beautiful Pika color. This is a color I never tried it before. I just want to create some kind of turquoise color. So that's started. I will use the light blue, light green, olive green, medium blue, navy blue, brown, and the black for my Pika. Okay, so that's the color I'm going to use. Okay, let's bring the camera a little bit forward. Okay, so remember, if this is the first time you are using your new stamp, you got to sanding the surface to make sure they are ready to go. The used stamp is always work better than the new stamp, so make sure you do that. So we are going to start with the light blue, and then if you like to get a little bit more idea color with different color, make sure you watch this video. So remember, we are going to start the foundation color, start with the lightest color first, and then when you color the stamp, you don't repeat your markers. Local Kings marker is famous of the moisture. Sometimes if you're using local Kings stamp, I guarantee you can do it. But sometimes we receive some message from the customers say, oh, I go home try it, why it doesn't work. I already explained too many times, it doesn't work not because the marker is not good. Marker is a marker, but they are not the magic marker. It's really the stamp, the idea, the image that make it different. So make sure you use the detail stamp. As long as your marker can draw a line, that means the marker is good. So sometimes some people come back say, oh, the marker doesn't work, it dry out. And I testing the marker, I say, it's not dry out, it's really moisture. Why is it dry out? And say it doesn't work, it doesn't show the color you show, it doesn't show the things you're showing. I say, oh, did you use the local Kings rubber stamp? No. So I already explained in this video, if you want to know what's different between local Kings stamp and the other stamp, please watch this video and then you understand why the regular stamp doesn't work, why local King rubber stamp is so special. Okay, so I already used these three colors. You can see, and I'm already talking, take my time. So I start with the light blue and the lime green and the medium blue, and I'm going to do a little bit olive green. And then I really abuse my markers. I keep saying it, or marker is so well made, you can abuse them. They actually work better and better. So the first things I just make sure I color, hold my stamp, and then remember I don't repeat my stroke. Okay, very thin there. And now I'm going to use my lighter green, kind of blending directly on the stamp. Sometimes I borrow a little bit darker color from the other place. It's absolutely guaranteed not going to ruin your markers. Okay, a marker is just so well produced and create. You won't be able to ruin your markers. Okay, so I'm going to give a little bit eye, some dotting a little bit. So the best part is you never know what's look like. So I'm going to use this darker navy blue, just give a little bit shading here. If you worry that you don't have enough, like you are a little bit slower, that's okay. Use the stamp positioner. And then if you're missing some spot, you can go back to fix it. So I finished with color, my peacock color. I'm going to working on the flowers. Okay, so always start with the foundation color, and remember, do not repeat the same spot. Same spot. I only want a very thin layer. As long as you cover the stamps, you're ready to go. Once when you cover them, we can this too light. Once when you color your stamp, we can add a little bit darker color. Try to avoid repeating your stroke too many times. And then now I'm going to do a little bit brown. Okay, don't worry about the detail. Okay, don't try to cover each single stroke. The branches. Your job is just make sure you put all the color on your rubber stamp. And then sometimes when I do the workshop, some people, they just can't help. They can't let it go. Okay? So give it a try. Let it go one time to see what it look like. Okay, so that's what it look like on my stamp. And the paper is important. I use the coated glossy cardstock. This glossy is actually super glossy. It is called Crown Coat, but they has been discontinued. I still have some in my stock. If you can find the paper, go to the Marco's website. Okay, they carry both matte and the coated like eggshell glossy. So they are special coated cardstock. If you don't have those paper, use regular cardstock, but use the stamp positioner. Try to stamp 1 or 2 times to be able to get the something like this. So this is a more green color. I think it's really pretty. What do you think? Okay, so that's an idea how to color the stamp with some markers. Like I say, I've been explaining too many times. It is not the marker does the magic, it's the stamp. And then it's the reverse image that make it different. So if you are new to Local Kings YouTube channel, make sure there's a 500 videos ready to go. Make sure you check it out. And I have a great news coming. We are going to have a nice promotion in September. So make sure you sign up Local Kings YouTube channel or sign out our newsletter. So when I have a promotion, I will post on our website or Facebook. So that's today's video. I hope you like it. Leave me a comment. Let me know. And thank you for watching until the end. This is Lisa from Local King Rubber Stand. See you next time. Bye, guys.